welcome to Revere TV News. I'm Debbie Peczka.
And I'm Kathleen Heiser, bringing you what's new in the city. Now, Revere continues to be the hot spot in regards to new economic development in Massachusetts.
And because of that, Revere held its second Economic Development Summit at the Showcase Cinemas on November 21st. The mayor and director of economic development, John Festa, led the program. State officials were also there, and Revere TV covered the event. Here's what we've got.
Just minutes from Logan International Airport in downtown Boston, and readily accessible from anywhere in the greater Boston region, the city of Revere is being discovered as the great place to do business that it really is. The airport corridor, or Route 1A, is the gateway to and from the entire Northeast Massachusetts region. It is close to both downtown Boston and Logan International Airport. The airport corridor's potential remains largely unrealized, especially with its nearly 200 acres occupied by oil storage tanks and other uses from an era past. Recognizing its potential, the city has rezoned this corridor as a technology enterprise district. The TED encourages biotechnology and research facility uses, as well as airport-oriented hospitality. Suffolk Downs occupies 160 acres right on the Boston-Revere city line, literally at the doorstep of Logan Airport alongside the Route 1A airport corridor. Opened in the 1930s, Suffolk is unfortunately now closing its doors as a thoroughbred racing facility in the aftermath of Massachusetts Gaming Commission's decision not to award the Greater Boston region's sole casino license to Mohegan Sun. Nevertheless, the city of Revere is committed to working closely with its owners, with the city of Boston, and with the Commonwealth to master plan this site, leading to development of the highest and best uses possible. Well situated alongside highway and mass transit connections, Suffolk Downs is a logical place for a number of desirable uses. In the context of future development at Suffolk Downs, the city is encouraging hotel development at the former Shaw Supermarket site just outside the Route 145 entrance to Suffolk Downs. We expect other smaller nearby sites will be found to have good development potential here, alongside Suffolk Downs and the airport corridor. Just a short distance east on Route 16 is the gateway to our magnificent and historic Revere Beach Reservation. This nearly 3-mile-long strand is experiencing a rebirth and a resurgence of development interest. Over the course of the past 25 or so years, many millions of dollars in federal and state investments have resulted in the resanding of the beach, the restoration of the 115-year-old pavilions, and the creation of a pedestrian boardwalk on the northern third of the beach that used to be the sole domain of the automobile. It is a remarkable change. Beginning at Elliott Circle on the southern entrance to Revere Beach, several significant, underutilized, privately owned parcels are suited for redevelopment, taking advantage of the city's standing zoning envelope, which allows mixed residential, commercial uses with building heights of up to 12 stories. Among these are 90 Ocean Avenue, 54 Revere Beach Boulevard, and 60 Revere Beach Boulevard. The city's Department of Planning and Community Development will soon propose to the City Council that it create a creative district zone here. This district would encourage and facilitate the development of new projects and the redevelopment of existing structures for uses such as artists' live and workspace and small entrepreneurial ventures.
Opportunity that Revere happened to lose, that we are all aware of, is the right to a possible casino at Suffolk Downs. Wynn in Everett was voted to host it, and Revere still isn't too happy about it. City officials are skeptical of the way in which Everett and Wynn were allowed to go about pitching to the Gaming Commission. They say that the process was handled differently for both cities, and Everett had an unfair advantage. These feelings are also supported by the money laundering scandal that came to light soon after the Wynn won the vote. Revere is looking to possibly filing a suit. So, go ahead, Debbie.
Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Paul Dakin, is planning to retire by the end of next December. The school committee is working with Dakin to make sure they have a plan for his departure. When a new person is chosen for the position, they will take the office at the start of next school year in August 2015. Dakin will then be mentoring them in his position until the end of the year. Dr. Dakin has been superintendent for 10 years now, has been in the Revere school system for 19 years, and looks forward to finally slowing down after retirement.
Revere TV public access producer Joe Fortunato attended the annual Taste of Revere at Casa Lucia. This was a fundraising event put on by Castles, which stands for Caring Alumni Supporting the Learning and Enrichment of Students. Castles is an organization made up of Revere alumni volunteers who come up with scholarship aid for at-risk kids to take part in after-school programs. The event featured food from local restaurants around Revere, and here's a little of what Joe sent over to us.
Guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind.
Hi, this is Rick Frenney. I'm here at the Casa Lucia. We're here for the Taste of Revere. Lots of restaurants here. I want to welcome everyone here. Bon appetit. Have a great time tonight.
I'm Tom. I'm here with Danny Liberto. This is the 2014 Castles event, and once again, Danny Liberto has done a magnificent presentation. Danny is one of the best businessmen that we have in the city of Revere, and he always comes through with these magnificent creations.
Hi, I'm Megan Fiddler-Carey, Director of After School Partnerships at Revere Public Schools, and I'm here with folks from Kelly's Roast Beef.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming to the Taste of Revere. I hope you are enjoying yourselves and having a wonderful time. Thank you to all our restaurants, our sponsors, the volunteers, and for all of you for coming tonight. This is a wonderful event, and we look forward to seeing you all in the future. Have a great time. Thank you very much.
That was a great event. Victims whose homes were damaged by the tornado in late July are finally getting the aid they've been waiting for. Attorney Jerry Leone, who is serving as the executive director and administrator of the Tornado Relief Fund, has announced that distribution of the funds collected will start the week of December 15th. The fund started on August 11th this year, and since then has amounted to a total of $250,000. 150 applicants have applied to the fund and are eligible and will be receiving notification from the mayor's office to collect. Leone and Mayor Rizzo thank all who have contributed to help their fellow residents in a time of need.
Since the tornado, we keep coming upon little issues around the city. One recognizable icon missing was City Hall's 40-foot blue spruce tree, annually decorated for Christmas. With the holiday season approaching quickly, Revere officials had to replace it in time for the city's holiday festivities. To temporarily take its place, Kinship Floral Designs donated a 27-foot Christmas tree to be decorated. However, this Christmas tree wasn't the only replacement tree in the city. After the tornado, Revere made a point to replant some of the 150 trees that were knocked down by the storm.
Keeping with the holiday season here, the Bonfiglio Funeral Home is holding a toy drive for active and non-active military families. It's called Operation Toy Soldier and is happening from December 1st to the 21st. The home has teamed up with Nick Bua of the Revere Veterans Association to pick a few military families in Revere to focus on. The Bonfiglios started this event with concern that the military families don't start out making much money, and they wanted to find some way to help. They are asking that anyone interested in contributing to Operation Toy Soldier bring unwrapped toys for ages 0 to 13 to the Bonfiglio Funeral Home or to the Veterans Affairs Office.
We seem to be moving quickly into the upcoming holidays, but Thanksgiving in Revere did not pass without some great community celebrations. In fact, there were many Thanksgiving dinners open to the public with food donated by organizations around the city. First, we have Mass Badge, who held a Thanksgiving dinner at the VFW Mottola Post. Revere TV was there, and here's how it went.
Round of applause for Officer Nicole. So before I just say a couple of very brief words, I want to make two corrections to what we just heard here from Officer Nicole. First of all, as much as I'd like to take the credit, and this is what they get paid to do, they give me the credit, right? But realistically, Mass Badge did start off with their Thanksgiving Day dinner in Everett. And it was these guys right here that came to my office and said, why can't we do this in Revere? And I completely embraced it, and I think they deserve a great round of applause. The second correction that I want to make is when he said, we just want to give a little something back to the city. In my opinion, our police department and our officers give back to the city each and every day that they take the streets to keep our neighborhoods safe. So really, I want to give you guys all the credit here tonight for coming out and making this possible, for all these great people, all these great friends that we have here, sharing in a little spirit of the season, pre-Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Day dinner. This is all courtesy of your law enforcement officers.
Aside from Mass Badge, the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center celebrated with a Thanksgiving dinner as well. They provided a full meal and the entertainment of singer Joe Costanzo. Revere TV was there to cover the event as well.
I could have your attention. I'm going to turn this over to Mr. John Costanzo.
Thank you very much. First, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you very, very much. It's my pleasure to perform for you this evening, and I would like to thank Steve Fielding for putting this all together.
Okay, we have a special guest here. His name is Sabir. He's from the Good Diner. First, let me say welcome to you. Thank you for coming. This is the second time he's done that for us. He supplies over 100 meals for the veterans and the seniors at the Revere Senior Center. Sabir, I want to thank you again. God bless you. God bless you. You do a fabulous job. And as we say in your language, Salam Alaikum. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome back to Revere TV News. We are now going to focus on our latest news series. Our Revere TV member Spotlight, Jessica Simpson, was in the studio with community members Morris. So let's send it over to her.
Hi, I'm Jessica Simpson, and we're in studio again for one of our member spotlights here at Revere TV. Today I have Morris, who has his own show for the Revere Veterans Association, who we have a partnership with. It's called Revere Veterans and Community. So Morris, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jessica, for inviting me, and it's an honor for me to be a guest on your show.
Of course. Thank you for being here. So I'm with you today just to ask you about what you do here at Revere TV. So can you tell us a little bit about your show?
Right. We bring veterans and people, military veterans and non-military veterans, so we call them community veterans. Those are the people that do a lot for the city of Revere and the community surrounding us, but they are not veterans, and we give them credit, and if they need anything that we could help them, Revere TV 8, we do it for them. We honor our veterans that come up here. We give them a flag, like, you know, when they do the service on there. Sometimes we get donations from the surrounding businesses, and they give us cards to give them, you know, so they have a nice lunch or breakfast or whatever, a gift certificate. Right. That's what we do. Also, we do a lot for the Revere Senior Center, which I will go into later.
Right. So since you have almost 200 shows, right, at Revere TV?
Close to, yeah, over 190 anyway.
Almost there, so we're trying to get to 200 very soon. Can you talk about your preparation, how you prepare for the show, since you record so many?
Because a lot of the people that come up here are very nervous. And I have a little sense of humor. Not much, but I do have a little bit. And we tell a little jokes and put a little smile on their face, and they forget they're on TV, and that's what we do. Another thing we do is we go over some of the questions with them because we're not here to embarrass anyone. And they're not here to embarrass me. They don't have to do that. So we prepare for the questions like, and if they don't like something that I was going to ask them, we don't ask them. And if they tell me something that I don't think should be asked, we don't do that either. So that's how we prepare the show. We try to ask them what they need, what they want, what they would like to do, how we can help them. Put their telephone number on, put it on the TV scrolls where you people have nice scrolls here for a minute or two. And everyone out there doesn't have to come on the Revere TV Veterans and Community Show. They can just call Revere TV, tell them they like to put a scroll on, email something, or come down here themselves and spend a minute or two.
Right. And how did you get involved in doing this?
Oh, you got to blame Mr. Bob Dunbar, the executive of Revere TV. What happened once, Nick Brewer, who's our Revere Veteran Service and a very good one, sent me up here with a piece of paper to give to him to put on the screen. And Bob mentioned why doesn't he have someone come up here and do a TV show? I says, I'll talk to him about that. So Bob, instead of letting me go, he says, why don't you try it? And I explained to him, I don't know much about talking on TV. I'm a very shy person. So he says, we'll change all that. And within 5 minutes, he did. He says, we're going to do a take on you. And he said it was good. And it's been 194 shows ago, or 190 shows ago.
And how long has it taken you to get there? How long have you been doing this for?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half. And would you say it's a pretty easy thing? It's pretty fun? You enjoy doing it?
Oh, yeah. I enjoy doing it, but I enjoy more making other people feel good about themselves and about what they do.
Right. And that's the best part of it.
Right.
And I know that you're very involved in the senior center, and Revere TV has gone down there and covered many events that they've put on, and we're very friendly with them. So
right. First of all, I would like to thank you, Jessica Simpson. I would like to thank Bob Driscoll, who the people can't see, who's behind there doing this here. They come down and help us at the senior center. They film it, and they show it on TV. And there's a couple of things, if I could mention. Could I take the time off about the Revere? This is a senior newsletter.
Of course.
For the people that live in Revere or the surrounding, we have a Revere Senior newsletter that comes out every month. It's put out by the Revere Senior Center, our new director, Steve Fielding, who's done a fabulous, excellent job. And you can pick these up at the following places. And they are located at the Revere Senior Center to begin with, if you want to go there and pick them up. Or you can go to the Revere City Hall, to the Revere Library, to the pharmacies in Revere, and the banks. And you can pick these up, and they will give you all the things that we have for meals, lunches, activities. And you can see we have terrific lunches every day. As a matter of fact, when I started there a year ago, I weighed 120. I'm 182 now. So you can see how good the lunches are.
Right.
Okay, so I could talk about that. I would like to thank a couple of other people, if I may.
Go ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank Sabir Abu Ilala, who donated meals to our senior center for the Thanksgiving party. So Sabir out there, if you're watching the show, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would also like to thank Carol DeSantis from the First Congressional Church. She brings down a lot of stuff to our senior center. So Carol, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. And I would like to thank every veteran that's come up here and every community veteran that's come up here. So I would like to thank them.
Right, awesome, Morris. And speaking of Sabir from the Good Diner and that Thanksgiving Day dinner, that Thanksgiving community dinner that you spoke about, the Senior Center, Revere TV actually covered that.
Exactly.
And, yep, you can find that on YouTube. There was an entertainer, and we filmed the whole entire thing. So you can find that on YouTube, or it is running on Revere TV Channel 8. Right?
Exactly. But I'd like to say one thing about Steve.
Sure.
Who is our director of the other affairs. You can go on, now I can't read, my eyes aren't that good, Jessica, if you would be kind enough to read, what's right here, he wrote it.
Oh, www.reveretv.org, and you click on the Elder Affairs tab.
Right, and you can see all the activities that are done at the Senior Center.
Right.
Where you people do the filming, by the way.
Yep.
So that's yours. And you do an excellent job because you show them exactly what we do.
Yep.
So that's great.
All right, and Morris, since you present people on your show with flags for doing so much in the community and being such good people, we're going to give you a flag today for participating in our member spotlight. So
right,
here you
thank
go.
you, thank you, thank you. That is an honor. By the way, I am a World War II veteran.
I know.
I just want to make it perfectly clear. I'm a non-combatant veteran because I was only 17. Well, they threw me out when I was young, but I went back in at 17 in 3 or 4 months, I think. Yeah, 3 or 4 months. So President Truman made 1946, December the 31st, the end of World War II, and I fell into that category. If they had made May the 8th, when the war officially ended, where Germany put their hands up, and the Hulk, you know, then I wouldn't have been a World War II veteran. So I know President Truman ain't around, but thank you for the honor, President.
Great. And we want to thank you, Morris, one more time for being here today. And that just about wraps up our member spotlight for today. You can check us out again on our next episode of Revere TV News, and you can check this whole episode out on our Facebook and YouTube page and on Revere TV Channel 8. Thank you.
The fall sports season came to a close with the annual Thanksgiving football game versus Winthrop. The RHS boys were defeated by Winthrop with a score of 14-6. Revere was considered the home team even though they played on Winthrop's field, and it also served as the team's senior night. Seniors on the team were announced to the crowd and presented their parents with flowers on the field. However, next year is looking like a fresh start with construction of Harry Delarusso Stadium finishing soon. The bright green turf laid down last week is hard to miss while driving down Park Ave. It looks great.
The RHS girls powder puff team ended up defeating Winthrop the Sunday before Thanksgiving, unlike the boys. The two teams played in Winthrop and finished with a score of 14-0. Both touchdowns were scored by Victoria Russo. The girls powder puff game is an annual event that girls at Revere High School look forward to their senior year. Unlike other schools, Revere's powder puff program requires a boot camp-like training the month before the game. Mr. Colella and Mr. Lospinato have been coaching for years now, and the RHS girls are victorious more often than not. Revere TV streamed the game live with community commentary by Peter DiGiulio and Mike Kinasona. You can find full coverage of the game on Revere TV's YouTube page.
Well, Christmas is just a couple weeks away, and the Revere community is coming together once again for holiday celebrations. The Recreation Department has been holding ornament decorating nights at the Rec Center in preparation for the tree lighting at City Hall. Kids were welcome to attend these decorating sessions to paint an ornament that would be hung on the Christmas tree on the City Hall lawn.
The annual tree lighting ceremony that these ornaments were made for is happening this weekend. It was postponed from its previous date because of the weather. As we said previously in the show, the 40-foot tree was knocked down in the tornado, but that is not stopping Revere from keeping tradition this year. The ceremony will be held Sunday, December 14th at 4 p.m.
Although the City Hall tree lighting was postponed, Beechmont had their own little event the night of Sunday, December 7th. Revere TV was there to see it happen.
Okay, here's the moment we've been waiting for. If everyone turns to the tree, let's count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In spreading holiday cheer, the Sounds of Christmas concert was held on Sunday at St. Anthony's Church. This is another event that happens every year and can be enjoyed by anyone. The full event can be viewed on Revere TV Channel 8 and on our YouTube page. Revere TV was at the concert Sunday, and here's a little preview of it now.
Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if they did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is not a sign that there is no Santa Claus.
And to get you in the holiday spirit, we'll leave you with some images of the Santa Walk from Sunday afternoon. Mayor Rizzo and some from the Revere community participated in a walk dressed up in Santa costumes from the Susan B. Anthony Middle School to City Hall. The event was a fundraiser to help raise money to beautify the city. Upon arriving at City Hall, participants were rewarded refreshments and holiday music. And that's all we have for tonight. For Revere TV News, I'm Kathleen Heiser.
And I'm Debbie Peczka. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you next year.